One now we're going to do 54 yards converted into millimeters. This one is not a rate, this is just a unit being converted from one to another. We can use dimensional analysis for rates and we can use it for just units. So we're going to do 54 yards to millimeters. So here we go. 54 yards need to become millimeters. Okay, now there's no rate, so I'm just going to put this over 1. I'm going to extend my little bar all the way across to under the millimeters, all the way over there, and I'll put a little line here so I have some room for writing my numbers. Okay, so now there's some units that should be relatively simple, and they've given us some of them up on the sheet. We don't have something that goes directly from yards to millimeters, but we have yards and feet, and then we have inches to centimeters, and centimeters have something to do with millimeters. Feet have something to do with inches, so we can work our way through there. So let's start with yards to feet. So we know we need to get rid of yards because we want to be left with millimeters. So we're going to start by getting rid of yards. So there is 1 yard, and we're going to turn that into feet. And there's 3 feet. So 3 feet equals 1 yard. So this is a version of 1 right here. So I can put it in there, and it doesn't change anything about the actual measurements. So I can cancel out yards. Now, feet is not my goal. I'm going to turn, my goal is millimeters, so I'm going to go one more step. I'm going to turn feet, get rid of feet, and I'm going to turn that into inches, because I know I can get some centimeters from inches. So there are 12 inches in 1 foot, so once again I have a version of 1 where the top and bottom are equal. But I can cancel out feet. Now I need to go another step. The chart on your homework said that centimeters, there are 2.54 centimeters in an inch, so I'm going to put inches down here so I can get rid of it. I'm going to put centimeters here. So there's 1 inch, 2.54 centimeters. Now, I can get rid of inches now. I finally have something in metric, and that can be turned into millimeters. So I want to put centimeters down here because I want it to go away, and I want to be left with millimeters. Now, there's 1 centimeter to every 10 millimeters. So you remember on the meter stick, there's the centimeters, which are, about that far apart, and then there's the little lines in between them that are millimeters. Okay, now we are at the point where we can get rid of centimeters. Boom. And boom, and we have our millimeters. We don't have any other units in here left, so all we have to do is work our way through the bottom. The bottom is simple. 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1. So that's just 1, so we won't end up having to worry about it. All we're going to have to worry about is these numbers. So 54 times 3 times 12 times 2.54 times 10. So we'll do that on the calculator. Clear our last thing we did. So 54 times 3 times 12 times 2.54 times 10 equals that. 49,377.6. So there are 49,377.6 millimeters in 54 yards. So I kind of crunched that up, so I'll rewrite that. It becomes 49,377.6 millimeters equals 54 yards. And we're done.